It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Hey, good morning and welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News Podcast on this Monday, December 16th, 2024, coming to you from a seasonable to seasonably warm Virginia, as it's warming up a little finally, for a few days at least. Seems like maybe the rain and stuff is gone. No white stuff here, but 20 miles from us got hit pretty good. So we're not too far from the snow, but thankfully none of it's with us. And of course, this morning we do have a special guest again today. One that I've been looking forward to for some time. So we'll get to that in a moment. We do have some news stories this morning. The headlines today: medical emergency delays Harmony. Also today, another Norovirus outbreak. MSC drink limit. 2 Medevacs. Special compensation for the fire. Carnival itinerary changes again. Crew advocate calls for a monthly day off. And Costa Fascinosa to the rescue. That and lots more here at 11 o'clock this morning. Today, guys, is National Chocolate Covered with Anything Day. I didn't write that. That's what it is. So I guess it doesn't matter if it's chocolate covered nuts or chocolate covered strawberries or chocolate covered anything. That's what day it is today. I can deal with that. This day in history, in 1985, the color purple starring Danny Glover, Whoopi Goldberg, and Oprah Winfrey, premiered in New York City. Adopted from the Alice Walker novel, the film was nominated for 11 Academy Awards. Steven Spielberg directed the film. Color purple. If you're listening via the podcast, you're always welcome here. You can access the podcast via my blog, which is accessadventure.net, or wherever you get your podcasts from. All the big guys have us. TuneIn, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Podchaser, Pandora, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, any of them. Just search for Travel and Cruise Industry News, and up pops the fat travel guy. Anytime you're listening via the podcast, if you want to jump over to the video feed, there's always a link in the description, so you can do just that. Let's see, a couple of announcements. There will be no show on Christmas morning. That's a Wednesday, one of our regular shows. I'm not going to torture people with getting up to watch the show on Christmas morning. So no show, what's that, week from Wednesday, next Wednesday. Don't forget, guys, if you're going to Europe, you have to have the secure electronic travel authorization if you're going to the UK. There's going to be one in another couple months for all of Europe. This is just for the UK. So if you're going to England, Scotland, Wales, Ireland, you got to have it. Don't forget it now. If you get up to travel day and don't have it, you're screwed. It has to be done ahead of time. Now, you just go to the website and, it's an easy fix. It's an easy done. You pay the $10, $13, whatever it is. And like in a minute, you have your authorization. But don't forget to do it. All right. So have a special guest this morning. And I guess we might as well get on to that. It's a little bit interesting that I totally tried to screw it up this morning with my vast technical knowledge. So, however, I didn't do it. And my special guest this morning, longtime friend, longtime follower. She and Fred we've cruised together. She's been around, I believe, as long as anybody that follows me. So with no further ado, here's my good friend from up there in Ohio, Gretchen. Welcome to the Travel and Cruise Industry News. A second time this morning.
Okay, I get two chances.
Yeah. So, folks, so you know, I just recorded a nice interview with Gretchen and went to check it, and it was gone. There was nothing there. It didn't. So anyway, I can see that I'm recording this time. So
yeah, I can see that too on my screen.
Okay. So, all right. So you were recently on that brand new Princess boat.
Right.
Tell me about your experience.
Well, I like the embarkation. I like getting off. It's easy. The dining room. I like the sweet menu breakfast. So we got hot food for breakfast. Probably. Now we were all right because seeing how bad it was trying to get into those small venues.
Yeah.
So we kind of stayed to our private venues, the sanctuary, because we had our own pool. Well, it wasn't our own. I mean, there are probably 100 people in there, but it didn't feel crowded. 100 people on average, maybe 60 to 80. I don't know. It didn't. How could you tell? But you had the full bar, you had the pool, they waited on you hand and foot, you had a couple of hot tubs up there. So we kind of stayed there.
Yeah. And your private little conclave up there on top of the boat.
Yeah. And at the rear and the back was nice.
All right. So I know you never admitted I'm a big fat guy. Always important.
Because he likes his medium, and mine was really rare, and it just was chewy and just not good. So that was the only major disappointment in that dining room. But like I said on the first interview we had, this sanctuary collection comes with unlimited specialty dining. And when we were in Alaska at the Crown Grill, their prime was excellent. So if I were going to go again, I would make sure that if I wanted meat or prime rib, I would go to a specialty restaurant. So I would go to the Crown Grill. Now, I had filet mignon and lobster at Rudy's, excellent too. And the teppanyaki was excellent. I like hibachi Japan. All
right, so you're up there, your private dining room. You can then go to specialty dinings if you so choose.
Yeah, you can. You're as soon as you make your reservation for the ship, you can make reservations at specialty dining. All of them unlimited. The same thing with the Princess has the pub there and the sushi place, And you could, all of the Alfredo's pizza, all of those too,
Yeah.
unlimited. Yeah.
Okay, so you were actually, this was considered a junior suite that you were in?
It's a mini suite.
Mini suite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just the 2 TVs, the sitting area.
A
And now they have
little bigger than normal, but not, like
no, not like a suite.
a suite. Okay.
Yeah, but they have the glass doors, and I'd seen on other videos that sometimes that was swinging into the toilet area on the regular cabins, but this one we had plenty of room.
Right.
So it was good. And then the wardrobe lights up. Although it took us a while to figure out what switches were lighting up what, but we had a lot of lights that just came on by themselves, I guess. So.
Just out of curiosity, how are the room stewards for the mini suites? Are they like our room?
I would say they're just about right. Now, when he came by and introduced himself, I knew we were going to tip him, so I was asking for his card, because usually they give me a card. Last day I call him up and I give him so I know I'm giving him the card. And I just, the day before the last, I saw him out there and tipped him in person. So, but the service has always been excellent for the room service on Princess, and this was no different. Except for the hot food, the sweet menu, so you could have your omelet or any kind of eggs you wanted, which they did away with after the pandemic in the regular cabins. It's just, continental breakfast and coffee. That's all you could get. Well,
you get a real full breakfast delivered to the room.
Right.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was. You get that tray and it's full of everything. You're so happy that you get the. I can't order. What you'd call shows, the Deal or No Deal they used to do in the Oh yeah, we were busy enough, because we really knew we were going on this particular itinerary more to experience the ship and relax. Then, we didn't go anywhere except the port area and Ground Turks, or the other port was Amber Cove. We just went into a few of the shops, sat down by the big pool, had a drink.
Yeah.
Got back on.
And Amber Cove, Amber Cove's still one of my favorite, probably one of my top 3 favorite ports, just because I like to go to, what's it called, Cana Lounge, and sit there and have I usually get a pina colada there.
And I had a painkiller.
Painkillers are good there too, but enough of those guys and girls know me when I roll in, because I've been there a bunch of times. Yeah. And somebody will call out, "Here comes Chillie, get a pina colada ready." So, what can I say? Now, I've not.
It was much the same. It was. They have their own private little beach there. Their big pool area too. We got off early. Had a drink. Did a little bit of shopping. Did a little bit of swimming. Back on the boat.
Yeah.
We get off really early. It gets too hot in a lot of the ports for us at midday. Too crowded anyway. So do that. Then we're back on, and there's nobody on the ship.
All right. So you got the Princess Cruise. Do you recommend this ship, and do you recommend this experience?
I in the dome and what you better make sure you're now you do have the premier seating. So your seats are reserved with the premier collection. They put a little blue back on them up until I think they release them 10 minutes before the show.
Right.
So that we thought we would do it. We thought we were always doing something else when it came time to get our butts down to the show. So we just didn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you go to the casino at all?
No. Well, I didn't. Went to bingo one time, but nothing in the casino. I thought about it, but it just went in one, not the other. No.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
It did smell of smoke. I had heard complaints that it smells of smoke, and as soon the first day we got on, you could smell the smoke. Now after that, I didn't smell it, so I don't know whether they kicked on the air conditioners or what.
Well, that is something that still bothers me on ships.
Yeah,
I'm 11 years free now, and I've become one of those obnoxious non-smokers. Yeah. I don't want to be around it at all. So.
The new one, the sister ship, the Star, that's coming out this year, they're going to have a non-smoking section, or I don't know if the whole casino is going to be non-smoking, but
I think it's half.
Half and half. Well, I don't know how they're going to do that because you're still going to smell the smoke.
Actually, they close off, completely enclose the smoking area. Okay. So there's just a swinging doorway in and out.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the casino is open air. I was just like it was non-smoking. So they're actually now on the newer ships, the smoking area is enclosed.
Oh,
and then they just, I don't know, they send it out to smokestack or whatever they do it.
Yeah.
But, a couple of ships that I've been on that have that, I like it. So, all right, Gretchen. Well, it looks like we did this successfully this time. But Chillie didn't screw things up.
Get in that I do like that Spellbound. It was worth $150. There were only about 40 people in there. I think they called up people out of like 3 different groups, and I was one of them. I really enjoyed that. It was well worth it. So,
all right, before we go, you got to tell them about the knives.
Oh, yeah. It's a Vegas entertainment guy, and they pull you into a back room. It's a small room. It's probably about the size of the downstairs of our house. And he called me up, and he opens up this tray, and there's these gigantic swords. I don't know. Gigantic knives. And he said, knife. I'm going to give up, I very careful. Gretchen is a nice person, So he did a trick. I signed a card. He hid that card. I ended up. He says, "Okay, now take that knife and and I'll be darned if it wasn't my card, of course." And I gave it to me, and I'm sure that's a dime a dozen trick, but I'd never seen it before.
Yeah. Oh, it's to me, it's always fun when you're the.
Yeah, when you're on stage
dummy.
making
you're on stage with the guy.
Yeah, so. we had a good time. Oh, but I got no pictures. I got no proof but that card.
Yeah. All right. Well, Gretchen, I have to get on to work here today.
All right.
So,
all right. We got it this time. I can see.
Thank you for doing this, and I look forward to seeing you later.
Always glad to talk to you.
Thanks, Gretchen. Talk to you soon.
Mm-hmm.
And that, of course, is Gretchen Guerra, who's just come off of that brand new princess ship. All right, guys, I'll be back with the news after a quick break from one of our fine network sponsors. Boom. And my special guest this morning is, longtime friend, longtime follower. She and Fred we've cruised together. She's been around, I believe, as long as any. All right, so do I have some? Oh, I got an echo. All right, can you guys hear this? And do you hear it without the echo? Nice picture by Hat. Echo. Uh, what would Chillie Show be without gremlins? Okay, so what? So, with no further ado, here's my good friend from up there in Ohio, Gretchen. Whoa. Yeah. So, folks, I just recorded a nice interview. Okay. No, I still got an echo on mine. Ah. Testing. No. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, can you guys hear this now? Testing, testing, testing. Sounds like a ship horn. So it's not coming through at all. Hear a loud hum. Sounds good to Cindy. Okay. All right. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Testing, testing. Now it's okay. Yes, I can hear you. Wow. I have no idea what caused all that, folks. None. Just totally lost. All right. Where was I? Okay. I got done with the Gretchen interview. My apologies for the audio issue. Something went wrong in the system here. And I'm just, I'm at a loss. So, all right, I'm going to go on with the show, folks. I'll be back with the news after a quick break from one of our network sponsors, if the network sponsor's still here. Okay, so the lead story today, folks, comes from our friends at Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean's Harmony of the Sea faced a major delay in returning to Galveston on Sunday due to a medical emergency that required an unscheduled stop in Mexico. The incident occurred Friday when an elderly passenger traveling with her family showed symptoms of a major stroke or aneurysm. According to her granddaughter, the woman began experiencing vision changes and a severe headache, which escalated to minimal responsiveness. The ship's medical team responded quickly, but the decision was made to return the vessel to Cozumel for an emergency evacuation. The passenger is now receiving care at an international hospital. The medical evacuation delayed Harmony of the Sea's arrival in Galveston by more than 8 hours. The ship's captain provided frequent updates to the passengers. Passengers scheduled for the next sailing, originally set to embark Sunday morning, were asked to delay their arrival at the terminal until 8 p.m. Sunday evening. A Holland America cruise line that ended Saturday was impacted by a norovirus outbreak. The CDC reported that 74 guests and 4 crew members fell ill on 2024's 9th outbreak on board the MS Zuiderdam. Need another reason to book one of the Virgin Voyages cruises? How about this? For a limited time, we're offering 80% off on the second guest and up to $300 in free drinks, meaning you can get your postcard perfect vacation for less. With over 150 jaw-dropping destinations to explore, there's bound to be a voyage just right for you, from the crystal blue Caribbean, mesmerizing Mediterranean, and starting in 2025, all 4 corners of North America. Just give me a call, 434-258-9264, and we'll sail on one of the Virgin Voyages' lovely ships. MSC Cruises drinks packages will start adopting a daily maximum of 15 alcoholic beverages in April of 2025. Non-alcoholic drinks will remain unlimited. These will apply to voyages leaving on April the 1st onward. Coast Guard rescue crews in South Florida were busy over the weekend with 2 Royal Caribbean vessels requiring medical evacuations. First, the U.S. Coast Guard Southeast District 7 reported its U.S. Coast Guard Air Station Miami was dispatched to Grandeur of the Seas, which was 40 miles southeast of Miami. A 56-year-old man suffered from severe abdominal pain just hours into the voyage. The air team, based in Opelika, arrived at the scene and airlifted the passenger to Jackson Memorial Hospital in Miami in stable condition. Meanwhile, off the opposite coast of Florida, U.S. Coast Guard also reported its Cortez base, covering the Tampa Bay and Sarasota area, also sent a crew to medevac a young girl from Radiance of the Seas for an undiagnosed health issue. The Coast Guard used a boat to transport the girl, accompanied by her mother and father. No further details on her condition have been shared. After the minor delay, Radiance of the Seas resumed her course to Cozumel, where the vessel will arrive on schedule this morning. Passengers wrapping up a 7-night cruise to the Western Caribbean may have started off on the wrong foot when they left Port Canaveral, but ended up on a positive one as they returned to port on December the 15th. After a fire broke out in the generator room on the first night of a recent MSC Cruises sailing aboard MSC Seashore, the cruise line has announced a future cruise credit to passengers who experienced the frightening emergency start to their vacation. Despite the scary moments, the emergency response was swift and the fire was quickly extinguished, leaving MSC Seashore's itinerary unaffected. To address any of the inconveniences, MSC Cruises is offering all passengers of the 4,500 double capacity vessel a future cruise credit of 20% of the cruise fare paid, applicable to new bookings and valid for up to 1 year. Scootaround is offering big discounts on all rentals in Las Vegas until the end of 2024. Got a trip to Sin City planned in the next few months? Book a mobility scooter or electric wheelchair and explore the Strip, casinos, and attractions with ease. Las Vegas mobility rentals are 15% off until December 31st, 2024. Call Scootaround toll-free 888-441-7575 or reserve online. Use code LVFALLS and rent now or SRN 11137 for the best rates. Scootaround in Las Vegas. Guests sailing on Carnival Cruise Line ships in the new year should check the itineraries. The cruise line just announced more schedule changes across 7 ships. This update comes less than a week after a similar announcement changed schedules for 8 ships. Carnival revealed 11 voyages in February, June, September, and December of 2025, as well as one in 2026, will be affected. Carnival did not reveal the reason behind the changes, which includes revised port times, call swaps, and missing a private destination, Half Moon Cay, on some journeys. However, Carnival Corporation recently announced the destination in the Bahamas will be undergoing a major expansion. The following ships were affected, so if you're scheduled on these ships during 2025 or 2026, check with your cruise provider to see if these changes might affect you. The affected ships this time: Carnival Miracle, Carnival Magic, Carnival Pride, Carnival Glory, Carnival Conquest, Carnival Elation, and Carnival Sunrise, all will be affected by this round of changes. Crew advocate Renelle Bondi has called on cruise lines to implement a full day off for all crew members, according to a post from Cruise Center. Founder of Buhay Sa Cruise Ship and a social media influencer with over 900,000 followers, Bonda proposed the initiative after hearing concerns from thousands of cruise ship crew members on his platforms. The initiative aims to help crews recharge, increase productivity, and ultimately enhance the guest experience. The cruise ship Costa Fascinosa became a lifeline for a stranded sailing yacht during its transatlantic voyage to the Caribbean. On December 14th, while crossing the Atlantic toward the Caribbean islands, the Costa Fascinosa received a call from a nearby Canadian-flagged vessel that had run out of fuel. At 5 p.m., Costa Fascinosa captain made the decision to divert the ship's course southward to assist. After a 3-hour journey, the cruise ship reached the yacht. A lifeboat was dispatched to refuel the vessel, and by 9 p.m., Costa Fascinosa resumed its western route toward Barbados. The successful operation was met with cheers from the passengers, and the ship's horn sounded in celebration. Experience Alaska at an affordable rate. BR1 balconies are only $1,289, including taxes and port charges. MSC Poesia sails from Seattle, May 25th, 2026. Book now. Call 434-258-9264 or go to bit.ly/Poesia Alaska 1. All right, that puts an end to the news portion of today's show and all the screw-ups with the audio and dead air, and wow, it's not been a good morning for me, folks. All right, I'm sure everybody is raising hell with me in the chat room. Mike's with us. There was Gretchen. Sorry, Gretchen. things got really screwed up. Hot Air Tom's here. Gary, older than dirt. Emily, Joanne's with us. Kenneth's with us up in Pennsylvania. Emily says, hit the thumbs up button, y'all. Thank you, Em. Cindy says, good morning. Bob's with us. Have a great day. There's Katie saying, happy birthday to Hot Air Tom. I meant to do that on the show. Yes, happy birthday, Tom. Sherry's with us. Good morning, Sherry. Hot Air says, number 65. Hey, you young pup. Sonny's with us down in Mississippi. Christmas Eve show for a replacement. I need some chili time while in PA. We leave this Sunday for a week. Yeah, no, Hot Air Tom. I'm not going to do a show on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. Christmas Eve is already scheduled off. Christmas Day because it's Christmas Day. So, sorry. Emily says, hey to Sherry. Hot Air Tom's thanking everybody. Emily says, I have to pay $80 for my license because it is expired, and for it to be updated, there goes $80. Well, you're not supposed to let things expire. I saw Chillie at that aquarium. Nice. Yes, you did. Kenneth says, happy birthday, Tom. Next time I see you, I'll buy you a screwdriver. Tom, have you tried that frozen vodka bar on the Epic? We'll have to try that. Oh, no. You guys can do that. Not me. Ain't going to happen. So, Emily says, everybody says Gretchen's looking good. There's Roger from Jacksonville. Gretchen says, thanks. Good to see you. Well, I assume it started off right, at least. Kenneth says the coats they give you are a bit tacky, though, to enter the ice bar. Think like bowling shoes, something none would want to steal. Yeah, that's true, too. Sonny says, I've done the frozen bar on Epic. It was fun and cold. Interesting. Yeah, no. I'm not going to volunteer to get cold. Steve's with us. Hi, Steve. Out in Kentucky. Says good morning to everybody. Kenneth says, I'm going to have to do that with Chillie and Tom and Robin when they're on the Epic. Sounds fun. Yeah, you know, I'll stand outside and watch you. I'll stand outside and picture when you come back with ice on your nose. I'm not going in there. No, I'm not going to do it. Someone's internet is not working so good this morning. I don't know, Tom. I'm not 100% sure that was internet cost. I mean, I did completely lose the signal at one stage in there and had to reboot my phone. I'm just at a loss. Totally at a loss on what caused this today. It does appear to be okay now, however. Mike says happy birthday to Tom. So does Sherry. We're breaking up. Gretchen says, I'm so sorry, Gretchen. So sorry. And yeah, admittedly, I did not listen to the entire interview. Once I tested it, I assumed it was good and, you know, played it. Katie says, echo. I can hear the signal breaking up. I thought it was me for some reason. No, that was definitely from me. Chillie must not have opted for the premium Wi-Fi today. Same Wi-Fi I have every day. I'm at a loss, guys. No doubt about it. We should do a redo on another day. The echo and distortions have made it difficult to understand anything. Great to hear from Gretchen. Cindy, let's do this on your latest cruise. Let's do this on your latest cruise. Chillie is going to have to redo the interview for the third time. It's good practice for him. I'm glad it was not just me. Thanks, Hot Air Tom. I thought the poor reception was off on my end. Thought Chillie would have checked the recording. The echo, yep. I did, y'all. And no, I didn't play the entire recording. I checked it. Cindy says sometime after Christmas we can get together. Ring, ring, this is Elon Musk. May I speak to Mr. Chillie out for Starlink Internet? Yeah. I could not call this a successful interview. My apologies, guys. Honest. Suggest you listen to the recording before you upload. Guys, I test things. Do I listen to the entire recording? No. There's only so much time I have. All right, I'm done. That's it for today, guys. I'll see everybody back here on Wednesday with Bethany Bartley. Y'all have a great day.